Have you ever been in love so intensely that its silence speaks louder than words? Imagine a connection so deep that even its unspoken moments reveal secrets of desire, fear, and transformation. Stick around as we unravel the secret side of love that could change everything you thought you knew. Love is a mystery that defies sense. Sometimes it is sweet, sometimes harsh. Anyone who has ever truly loved knows that love can bring endless joy and happiness, but it can also create confusion and pain. Imagine being deeply connected to someone, feeling their presence as a certainty, and then, suddenly, that person starts ignoring you. No arguments, no clear signals, just silence and total distance. Many believe this is a sign of disinterest, a clear indication that love has died. But what if it were the opposite? What if the act of ignoring isn't a denial of the feeling, but a deeper manifestation of it? Carl Jung, one of the greatest and most recognized scholars of the human psyche, left us precious teachings to understand these dynamics. Today, we explore the secret side of love, the one that hides in the shadows of the unconscious, and that can push someone to distance themselves just when the bond becomes more intense. Love is not just a superficial emotion or a simple exchange of affection between two people. It is a complex phenomenon with deep roots, involving both the conscious part of the mind and the hidden part. Carl Jung's studies revealed that the mind is divided into two great worlds: the conscious, of which we are fully aware, and the unconscious, a hidden realm where emotions, traumas, repressed desires, and unresolved fears accumulate. We may think we know what we want in love, but often it is the unconscious that guides our choices, dictates our fears, and sabotages our relationships without our realizing it. When we truly love, the other becomes a mirror, reflecting not only our dreams and hopes, but also our dark sides and hidden wounds. Through love, we see both what we desire and what we fear, and not everyone is ready to face themselves in that mirror. Some, when faced with vulnerabilities they thought they had overcome, clash with aspects of their personality they'd rather avoid. In that moment, an unconscious protection mechanism is triggered. Detachment. Not because love isn't real, but because it is too intense, arises when love exposes our vulnerabilities and sparks an instinct to flee. When love morphs into fear, managing it becomes difficult. Rather than confront their internal conflicts, some people choose to distance themselves, vanish, and deny the idea that love is always a safe haven. It is an illusion. Love can be a source of peace, yet it can also shatter certainties, unearth deep insecurities, and resurface traumas we believed were long forgotten. Every time an authentic bond is born, the unconscious is activated, setting off a cascade of defense mechanisms. Being loved means being seen for who you really are, without masks or defenses, a step not everyone can easily bear. Those who have experienced abandonment may harbor a fearful unconscious that advises not to trust, while those disappointed in the past might have come to believe that love is dangerous. And for those who try to control every aspect of their life, such a powerful and unpredictable feeling can feel threatening. If Jung teaches that what we refuse to see in ourselves does not disappear, but instead manifests in our relationships, then when someone feels that love makes them too vulnerable, when they perceive the risk of losing themselves in the bond, their unconscious may trigger a distancing defense reaction. They might not want this gap, even though it causes them pain. Deep emotions are governed by the unconscious, and when that clashes with our conscious desire to love, fear wins. The paradox of love seems inexplicable. Why would someone who loves distance themselves? Why ignore the one they love? The answer lies in how the psyche grapples with internal conflict. Love is overwhelming. As a powerful force, it can unsettle even the most guarded among us. Emotional intimacy is desired yet feared. We may crave closeness, yet simultaneously dread that such proximity will awaken old wounds, create dependency, or lead to losing control. Some then react with contradictory behavior. They show love, then withdraw. They seek connection, then disappear. They express a desire for the relationship, yet avoid confrontation. This inner conflict between the yearning for union and the fear of intimacy intensifies as the bond deepens. When someone feels too involved, they may unconsciously try to regain control by detaching or ignoring, not as a conscious choice, but as a form of self-defense from the darkest parts of the psyche. When someone who loves you begins ignoring you, your first thought might be that you've done something wrong. But often, it's not about you at all. It's about what they're experiencing inside. Remember, detachment does not necessarily mean disinterest. It can be a sign of an internal battle. In such cases, chasing or forcing a response only creates more distance. True love isn't about possession or control. It's about letting the other person face their fears without feeling suffocated. Absence can even serve as a way for the other to test the strength of the bond, seeing if love can withstand distance, if it's resilient enough to survive without constant affirmation. This behavior may seem unfair, yet it is a natural reaction for those who fear deep involvement. They create distance to feel safe, to avoid being trapped in an emotion they can't manage. But those who use distance as a test are often not ready for a stable, lasting love. True love is built on trust and authentic presence, not on imposed tests. Those who run away may return, but the real question is, will they come back with newfound maturity, or will they oscillate between presence and absence? The only answer that matters is the one shown through their actions. True love is not measured by constant presence, but by its ability to overcome fear and distance. Some need time to process their feelings. Some may get lost along the way, but what is real will always find its way back. If someone moves away, there's no merit in holding them back out of fear of loss. If it is true love, if it is meant to last, the distance will be a necessary step in the maturation of the bond. And if they don't come back, what then? If love doesn't come back, then that distance wasn't a loss, but a lesson. Because true love isn't about holding someone back. It's about giving them the freedom to choose. We often view love as something to conquer or preserve at all costs. But authentic love isn't measured by its duration. It's defined by the impact it leaves on us. Sometimes, people enter our lives not to stay, but to show us something we have yet to understand. Someone's absence can teach us more than their presence, forcing us to look within and ask, what truly scares us, the loss of the other, or the emptiness they leave behind? Perhaps that person struck a deep chord, awakening something hidden within us. This is why even when love turns into distance, it can be an opportunity for growth. Though it may not be easy to accept, the one who leaves might have been the catalyst for a change we would never have undertaken alone. After all, love is not just the desire to be with someone, it's the ability to become more aware through what we feel. Furthermore, many aren't even aware of why they create distance. They do not realize that love has stirred up old fears and self-defense patterns that have repeated for years. Jung spoke of the power of projections. When someone runs away, they aren't necessarily escaping from you, but from a reflection of themselves they cannot face. Their absence is not a judgment on you. It's a mirror of their own internal conflict. That's why chasing or demanding explanations often only deepens the divide. The real question is not why someone leaves, but whether they are ready to return with new eyes and a different awareness. Not everyone can do this, but those who overcome their fear and return do so from a more mature place, And only then can love become truly solid. True love is a force that can heal, but it can also intimidate. Sometimes those who ignore you do so not out of a lack of love, but because the feeling is so deep, it shakes certainties, rekindles fears, and challenges a person's very identity. If someone has distanced themselves, don't search for answers outside yourself. Look at what this event is awakening within you, because, as Jung said, the most important love we can discover is the one that allows us to truly know ourselves. The greatest truth of love is that if it is real, it does not need to be held back. It will always find its way back. What about you? Have you ever been in love with someone who vanished just when it seemed most intense? Share your experience in the comments. Remember, authentic love is not a chain but a path of growth. Sometimes it draws near, other times it recedes, and often those who ignore us are not running away from us, but from what our love awakens within them. If it is true, they will always find a way to return. For more fascinating topics, check out the recommended video flashing on your screen now. Thanks for watching.